Hi, I'm James Canterbury, and I teach 8th grade science at Worthing Way Middle School. These are very unusual times. We thought it would be interesting and helpful to share some information about what this school year is going to look like, both for the students and for those caring adults at home. So what you're about to see, we hope, is some helpful information and some things that will enable you to help your student and the student to help themselves be a success here at Worthing Way. Well, not exactly the way that we would have envisioned curriculum night to go, but here we are. Thanks, 2020. All right, advanced science, let's start. Here's what we need to know. Well, first, a little bit about myself. I have not always been a teacher. I was a broadcast meteorologist in West Virginia and Ohio right out of college. And after about 7 years of doing that, I got out of the business and reflected on all of the experiences I had with some legendary teachers when I was young. And I recognized that that's really what I wanted to do. So I went back to school, and now I am beginning my 8th year of teaching science, all of them at Worthing Way. I was born in Columbus. My family lived in Westerville at the time, and so I will always consider myself a Buckeye, even though I did grow up in central Illinois. Don't spread that around. Okay. So here is a look at a few of the pictures of the people and some of the important things and fun facts about me or in my life. You will get to actually make one of these, students, so this will be happening during the first week of school, and I hope that you enjoy getting to make one of these. They're pretty fun, and it's all about you, so I'll show you how to do it, and it's going to be great. Now, if we're on a hybrid schedule, this is what that looks like. If you are in the blue group, you'll be on a Monday, Wednesday, every other Friday schedule for coming to school in person. On the days that you're not in school, you will be expected to go to Schoology and find information that your teachers have left for you there. If you're in the green group, then you will be on a Tuesday, Thursday, every other Friday rotation for coming to school in person. And on the days that you are not in school in person, you will be expected to go to Schoology and find information that your teachers have left for you. If we happen to be in remote, here is the schedule. Everyone will attend these periods live on Zoom. And we will have time after our 3:20 to 4 o'clock connections for students to be able to go to Schoology and find information from the teachers whose classes they did not visit on remote, or on Zoom rather, that day. On Friday, everyone will attend live Zoom for every period. You might not be on Zoom the whole class period, but you will start every class live on Zoom. Now, let's get to that advanced science class. What's this really going to look like? Well, a part of that answer is your guess is as good as mine, because I don't know from week to week if we're going to be on remote, hybrid, or all in. But what I can tell you is, well, what is it that we're going to be learning? Well, we're going to be breaking it down into 3 fields of science. Our first we will start with is life science. Now, here are the topics. You will see that at the bottom of these key topics pages, there are a couple of bullet points that are like a pinkish color. Those are exclusive to the advanced class. So everyone else and yourselves, you will be learning all the bullet points that are white, but you will, on your own, in the advanced class, be extending your learning and extending your depth of knowledge in additional topics like DNA testing, a little forensics, and GMOs. Now, the biggest part of 8th grade science is earth science, and it's my personal favorite. This one takes a semester, so there's a lot packed in here. But if I could summarize this, we're really looking at how we think we got the Earth, how it's organized, and how it changes. It can change in two modes. There's time and there's location. So how the surface changes and how the depths of the Earth change, as well as what changes happen very quickly to the Earth and what changes have happened over a long period of time. That's Earth science in a nutshell. And I forgot this. You will dive into these other two areas that will help us look at how we think we know this information about the planet. Now that's Earth science in a nutshell. Finally, physical science. We'll be diving into forces, motion, and the types of potential energy that these certain forces produce. And you'll get to learn about some free body diagram stuff, which is fun, and learning how to describe energy in systems using energy bar charts. So, what are the expectations for class? Well, these 6 pillars are actually ones that have been selected by my students. So these are the things that they have said are the most valuable to them. What do they want to see in class and of their classmates? They want kindness, respect, teamwork, honesty, selflessness, and to be responsible. What do I expect? Well, I expect all of those things. Plus, I am sharing with you a little bit about how the class works. We will teach our topics in small chunks, giving a small quiz at the end of each chunk. About 3, 4, or 5 chunks would equal a unit. So at the end of a unit, we will give one summative unit test. All of our quizzes are correctable, and you can win points back and raise your quiz scores by making corrections. The unit test, however, is not correctable. But if you take advantage of our bonus points that we call plus options, then all of the bonus points you earn go directly onto a summative unit test, which will definitely bring it up. Can you earn more than a 100% on your unit test? Yes, it happens all the time. We look for authentic inquiry learning, and we will be utilizing a science fair project to do that, which is one of our biggest differentiation pieces between the advanced and the regular class. We don't know if there's going to be a science day this year, but we are going to do a science research project, and we will just have to determine where these projects are shared. If it's at a science day, if it's maybe here at the building, or if it's virtually shared. Advanced 8th grade science does a science research project. We offer 2 different ways to get complete coverage of our topics. One of them is a handheld textbook. The other is the online version of the text. It is interactive, and it can read aloud to your student if they find it helpful. Now, we will be leaning on Schoology, especially during remote learning, but we'll also be using it not as heavily in our hybrid learning mode. How to get to Schoology is to log on to the portal and then click the white S for Schoology and then look for this course. That's your advanced science with me. When you get into the course, these 2 areas are going to be the most important. These are where you go to click and join our Zoom meetings, where you go to click and find your assignments, and how to get in touch with me with questions or comments. On the right there is a calendar of assignments. This will tell you what is assigned and when it's due, so that you'll always be prepared. And grades will be kept on Infinite Campus. Log on to the portal and click this button. We'll be utilizing ExploreLearning.com this year, otherwise known as Gizmos, to give us virtual simulations of topics and phenomena. If you need to get a hold of me, here's my email, my voicemail, and my Twitter handle. Finally, tips for success. Number 1, ask questions. Doesn't have to be in public. You can ask me over voicemail or email or whatever, but ask questions. Number 2, give me 80-20. 80% of your mental attention should be on the class period that we're in. We're not all robots. 20% can be for you, but if you want that 20%, you've got to give me 80% of your mental attention in class. When you come to class, be it in person or by Zoom, come in ready to learn. That means mentally, that means with your materials, and that means volume level. Come in ready to go. Now, what most people don't know is that the giant majority of 8th grade science content is new to the student. So don't be too stressed out if you don't get something right away. Chances are you've never learned it before, and that's fine, because this is when you're supposed to learn it. Finally, self-advocate. You're 1 year away from being a high school student, so don't forget, you are your first line of help. Speak up. Doesn't have to be in public, but communicate, communicate, communicate. So these are just the helpful tips, suggestions, and information that we feel will make your student a success here at Worthing Way and in 8th grade science. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out. Our phone number here at the building, 614-450-4300. And if you need to get a hold of me, my contact information is here in the video. Take care, good luck, and have a great year.